So you might be thinking, why does she look super chopped right now? Well, there's a reason. So today I'm turning myself into the DH Gate version of Jenna Ortega. Ah! I have gotten this comment a lot in person and online. I am not claiming I look like Jenna Ortega because I would never, ever, 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 ever do that on the internet, because why would I subject myself to pain? But these are comments I've gotten. I'm serious. It's happened in person, TikTok videos, online, dating apps, and anywhere else. So there was this picture that I saw of her at the, I think it's the Actor Awards. Oof, chef's kiss for that makeup look. So since I saw that makeup, I wanted to recreate it. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm a little nervous, I can't lie. I haven't done a makeup look like this in a really long time. So let's get started. I brought you a little closer, but for her eyebrows, I usually always start with eyebrows for my makeup. It looks like she just kind of did them. They're just like a little bit filled in, so I'm just gonna shade down my eyebrows a little bit. I always get scared I'm gonna cut myself. Okay, eyebrows have been shaved. Next, I'm gonna start lightly filling them in with the Clio Kill Brow in natural brown. I got this in Korea, so there's that. But this is my favorite. This is my favorite eyebrow pencil, but I do also use the Anastasia Define one as well. I think that's what it's called. So she just lightly has it filled in. It's like barely anything. Honestly, I usually like carve out my brows, but she doesn't even have them carved out. So it's to be really natural. Okay, these are the natural brows. Don't mind the glare. Or yeah, the glare. Feeling kind of nervous, but she just has natural eyebrows, so that's what we're gonna go with. Next is the eyes. So it looks like from the picture it has like brown and almost like a white gray on the lid, and then she obviously smokes out the black. So that's what we're gonna work on next. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer to put on my eyelid to kind of neutralize the color, and it's just Kosas. Ooh. A little bit of that, and then I'm just gonna set it with some like neutral eyeshadow. Then we're pulling out this beautiful little relic. This is my go-to palette for any fun look, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go in with the white shade right here for the base for that little gray. I'm just gonna put it on my finger and then just go like this. It was kind of a lot, but I just blend it out. Looks like that. Now let's go in for the gray. This one right here in the shade Bruh. Again, just a little bit on the back of my finger like that. See, it gives that gray kind of black look. And then for that brown shade she has in her crease, I'm thinking of using the shade Chunkin's Copy. That's gonna go right in that crease. And it is kind of more like a, I wouldn't say messier look, but it's not like clean cut. You know, so it's like a little in between. So I'm just like blending a bit, you know? Okay, I think this is as dark as we're gonna go for right now, because I do have to do the black eyeshadow, which is gonna kind of bring that Jenna Ortega look to my eyes. Let's grab a black shade. And then I'm just gonna go in with the shade Hidden, and then with just an angled brush, and then just pop that in there. I usually just line it first, and then I blend it out from there. And then blending time, I usually just take my finger and just blend it. And then go back in with the black and line one more time. And that's pretty much the look she has. It's really simple. Just takes like 3 shades, but let's go ahead and do it on the other side. And then I'm just topping it off with a little bit more white on the top, just to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, she's kind of looking like this right now. Again, this is more like an inspired. I'm not gonna get exactly the same as Jenna's, but we're getting there. Now I just need to do black eyeliner. And then for eyeliner, I always use this felt tip by ColourPop in the shade Numero Uno. This is like their black shade. I swear by this. I buy this 24/7. If I could have an unlimited supply of this color pop, send it. Send it. Thank you. And then it's just a pretty low wing. She kind of just does it like that. It's kind of just like a subtle little wing like that, you know? And I'll do the other one. Sometimes I feel like I can't breathe when I do this. I have to remind myself, inhale, exhale. And then those are the wings. Like, I kind of ate a little bit. But I'm seeing it's more darker here, so I'm gonna line black again. And then for tight lining, I'm using the NYX Vivid Rich. It's just tight lining on the inside. Also, a thing about me, my eyes are always super watery, so tight lining is hit or miss for me. But my next step that I show you is what ensures that I have pigment. And it doesn't move. So what you'll do is you take a black eyeshadow, again, on that angled brush. And it's almost like you're setting the tight line. It like enriches the color, which I love. So you see like the difference? It makes sure that like your tight line stays in place all day. I swear to God, I swear by this. And then also make sure to tight line the top as well. This is always the one I struggle with the most. And then for lashes, I'm using the MAC Magic Extension. I swear by this. Look at that difference. No falsies, no nothing. A lash curler and a mascara and a girl with her dreams. That's what makes it work. And then for her makeup, it looks pretty like natural. I think I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beauty Balm. I love this one, especially if you want it to look like skin. This is the one. Just swipe that. I don't necessarily put a lot of foundation on my nose because I find that once I put a lot on my nose, it almost creates this like weird thing where you can see all my pores. So I usually just dab some on with like my beauty blender. And then I'll just blend that out. And then in the photos, it looked like she was rocking her under eyes. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of concealer. I'm going again in with the Kosas. And then I'm just gonna set my under eyes with some loose powder. I just use the one from e.l.f. And then in the picture, she's like super contoured and bronzed. So I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Matchstick and Espresso. I'm just taking it on a little fluffy brush. And I'm bringing it down like this because this is her facial structure. So I'm gonna try to copy that. And then I'm just setting my face again with that loose powder. And then I'm gonna add some bronzer with the e.l.f. bronzer in the shade Catching Rays. Let's do that. And remember for this, you're dragging it down kind of like this because she does have more of a chiseled jawline. And then I put some brown eyeshadow right here under my waterline and everything, and then put some more black and then lower lash mascara. Pretty much done with the eyes. And then she's not really wearing blush, but I'm gonna add just the tiniest bit. I'm using the Patrick Ta in She Goes to the Gym. And now for the freckles. Freckles are where my downfall is, so I tend to use the same ColourPop felt eyeliner, but in brown, and I like to put some on my finger and then dab it on my face. You'll see. I'll almost make it like this. Let me see. If it wants to, it'll do that, and then I'll put it on my face, and I'll go from there. And it'll slowly start on there. And then for the lip combo, I'm going to use the NYX lip liner in Nutmeg, and then the Clinique Black Honey Almost lipstick. Looks like hers is a pretty harsh line, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Kind of looks like this. She's kind of eating, huh? And then with the Black Honey, I'm just gonna dab some off. And that's basically it, but I'm gonna do my hair really quick and then we'll look all Jenna Ortega. And that is the final look! Woo! Oh my god. I feel like a baddie. I definitely don't look like Jenna Ortega. Let's say that again. I just, honestly, the way this makeup is kind of sitting makes me feel like a real baddie. So I feel baddified. So thank you so much to Jenna Ortega. So that is the video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and then hopefully I'll make more videos. I kind of forgot about this channel, and so sorry about that one. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye.